My husband and I have been separated for about 2 months. Today I received a message from him saying that he's going to be removing me from the car insurance. And when I asked
Ooh.
him when my last day with insurance would be, he said it's tomorrow. So I have to shop around. I have to find my own car insurance. And I had previously asked him if he could just keep me on there and I would give him my part of the insurance since that would be cheaper for me. But he says he prefers to just remove me. So tomorrow I'll be without insurance. I have the kids 4 days a week and he has them
Yep.
three.
Y'all
And
separated.
since his
It's
family is
done.
there, he is able to work as much as he used to before when I used to stay at home. But I have nobody to help me watch my kids. And I'm really not going to leave them with just anybody. So I can only work 3 days a week. I make $120 a day. Sometimes I work Saturdays. I make $60 on Saturdays. So that means one week I make 420 and the other one I make 360. So I thought it would be okay if he just kept me in the insurance and I would give him the money, which would be around $100. But today again, he said no. So I've been looking, it's around $200 for me to get it by myself. And right now it just feels like I can't do it. I know I can, but it just feels like I can't. And it really sucks because it feels like all of this is my fault. Everything that's happening is my fault because I was the one that decided that I wanted to be separated. I was the one
Oh.
that decided to leave the house. And I left because I needed to work and I couldn't work where we lived because we have no family there. I had no support at all. And I still really don't. But at least the kids can be with him 3 days a week and then I can work a little bit. And I don't even know why I'm crying over this, but again, it just feels like I've made the worst mistake. I feel like my life is falling apart. I feel like I can't provide for my kids. I feel like I can't be a good mom to them.
I uh right off the bat, I mean, my heart go out to her. I hate, a part of me hates making videos like this. My heart goes out to her, because she's obviously struggling. And today, I mean, it's real out here today. So she's obviously struggling. But I mean, I don't mean to be. Hold on. Let's go there. I don't want her face just sitting up there because that's just hard right there. I mean, I'm not a cold dude, but yo, she said it herself. She is the one who decided to end her family, to walk away or to separate or whatever. I don't think I know for a fact in my own personal life there are a lot of women who I don't think that they think things through. There are sometimes I wonder if people actually live in the real world. Do you understand the economics of the society that we live in? Do you really understand that? Now, right off the bat, let me just say, I don't know what their family dynamic was like. I don't know what the dude was like or whatever. But she didn't say it don't sound like it was abuse or anything like that going on. It just sounded like what she say. She needed to work. She didn't have a support system. What your husband and your children? That's the family y'all started. It just sounds like they moved away from her family, and she didn't know how to deal with that. A lot of women don't really understand. Like when you get married and take a husband, you start a new family. You need to go and start something with him. Y'all need to start something together. You need to kind of separate from the family that you grew up with. I ain't saying you gotta just completely ignore them, but you need to start your own branch on the family tree, so to speak. But anyway. But overall, this sounds like a young lady. Yeah, I feel bad because she is struggling. A young lady who wasn't happy in her relationship. We all know that whatever. I mean, she might say what she's saying is one version. I'm sure he got another version, and the truth might be somewhere in the middle. Um, I always thought there was a weird thing, saying the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's like a polite way of calling two people a liar. But anyway, it sounded like she just she got in a situation where she thought it would be better for her. I'm sorry, I am going to say that. She thought it would be better for her if she separated from her husband and went and did her own thing. And now the reality has set in. The reality of economics, the reality of capitalism is setting in. The reality of bills are due. Okay, and she say what she say she make like $120 a day, maybe on the weekend 60. So look, she's not doing anything that's highly skilled. All right, that ain't a lot of money. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna disparage the young lady, but it's not like she out here, working in finance somewhere, setting budgets and stuff. No, no, no. She's probably doing, maybe housework, cleaning, something like that, something along maybe nursing. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. But she ain't making a lot of money. Did you think about that before you bounced? Before you separated? And she said, what was the first thing she said? She's like, me and my husband separated for 2 months. Now, me personally, I know y'all might have a different opinion on it and everything, but me, I don't do separations. No, we together or we ain't. All right. If we supposed to be married, so this thick and thin, right? Sickness and health, all that good stuff. To death do us part. But I don't think those words mean anything anymore. Nobody listen to that. And I'm just speaking for America. I don't know about the other countries, but here those words don't mean anything. But I don't know if she did. I mean, just a simple cost benefit analysis. Just just look at the money, look at the bank account, look at the bills, and look at what you make. What you gonna do? But I don't do the whole separation thing. Hey, we supposed to be together. Let's work it out. Let's I don't know. You might get mad or something help. I might get mad or whatever. Stay with my homeboy for a few days. You stay with your sister for a few days. But no, no, no. What she say? 2 months? That ain't no separation. That's divorce. Y'all just can't afford to file the filing fee down at the courthouse. That's all that is. I don't do the whole separation thing. I don't do the whole separation thing. Um, Again, I feel sorry for the young lady here, and I don't mean to just harp on her, but this seemed like one of those situations where reality is setting in and she trying to get him to help her out. Ladies, y'all need to understand this. If you with a man, you with him and he will help you. But if you say, and she said it was her idea, if you leave him, I know the court system don't do this all the time. That's why marriage is a trap for a lot of dudes. But if you leave him, you leave all of him. You leave everything he got. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna want him to support you or to help you out afterwards? Now I know they got children and stuff like that, and that dynamic changes things because I mean a lot of time, man, the way I look at it, helping her is helping the children, but there's a limit. There's a limit. He has to go live his life. If you decide to leave, you leave. You gone. He'll do what he got to do. He'll get over it, and he gonna eventually ride out and find another woman. Don't nobody want to be alone out here, ladies. Y'all need to really think about that. Really think about that when you thinking about your man is on your nerves or this or that, or you miss your nuclear family, the family that you grew up with, and you got married and you moved to another town or something like that. Well, you chose. There are consequences, right? And I don't like harping on this young lady right here because she obviously going through it. But hey, there are consequences. You chose this course of action, and I don't. I ain't. I'm sorry, but I don't blame the dude. Look, you can't leave me and then ask me to continue to support you. No, no, no. I'll do it like for a little. She say it's been 2 months. I'll do it for a little bit, but then eventually, I got to cut. I got to cut that and move on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There becomes a time where I stop trying to. I mean, I can take care of the kids. I can take care of my children always, but not you. And this was her decision. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. I'm gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna make it do what it do. Let me know what you think down in the comments. All right, let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Am I being too callous? Is she wrong, or how would y'all handle this situation? Let me know down there. So hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to your boy. We're gonna try to keep this moving. All right. So just remember, y'all. Hey, and if you don't know this yet, just look at her face. It's real out there, man. Holla.